A war without end requires a soldier without end.
Grave, we're in position! Move out!
I once believed it.
Take his arms.
But in this age, the convictions of a knight hold little comfort. Not when I fight those I once bled to protect.
Go!
And still bleed to protect a peace that was lost long ago.
Igraine, Lafayette, I'll need you to provide cover.
As we wrest hollow victories on the streets of London. The hidden enemy readies our defeat. Save your prayers, Lafayette. There is no God to help him.
PlayStation
Do you see our comrades?
Not yet. There! It must be them.
Let's go.
Lafayette!
Not to worry, monsieur. I'm all right. Would not our time be better spent hunting half-breeds?
Patience, Marquis.
This word again. Patience. Always patience.
Let's move.
Stop for a pint, did you?
What did you find?
They saw their first field action a few weeks ago. This one hasn't been assigned yet. How did the rebels get their hands on these?
I'm making it my business to find out.
Begging your pardon, sir. You need it upstairs.
That's our cue.
I believe Mademoiselle requires our attention.
Igraine, we're in position!
About time!
Move out!
What took you all so long?
Knights, engage at will!
One of them's got thermic.
Understood.
Rebels! On the first floor!
There! On the roof!
I see them.
Please back up! These bloody rebels outnumber us!
Stay under cover!
Inspector! No!
We have to help him! Cover me!
Igraine, lay down suppressive fire!
All clear! Bring him inside!
Take his arms. Gently, monsieur.
I have him. Ready?
We have them pinned
Let's
down!
move in.
They're bringing reinforcements!
We're sitting ducks out here.
Here comes another!
Monsieur, only a few more feet to go.
We're clear! Move in!
Igraine, go!
Help me with that bookcase.
That went well.
Galahad, find us a way out of here. Working on it. How bad is it?
A punctured lung, I think. Another bullet through the stomach.
Igraine, come in. Power's out in the basement. Proceed with caution. Repeat, Izzy. Can barely make you out. Izzy.
We're at war all the time, still today. After thousands of years, we still go to war. We still are, people that like to fight, to conquer, and that's the way we live. One thing that we thought at the very beginning was, what if war wasn't against one society against another, one religion against another, one people against another people? What if you segmented the race that we are and formed something that is partly us, but not really like us? The half-breeds were formed out of that.
By this point, hundreds and hundreds of years of struggle has already kind of occurred between humans and the half-breeds. Basically, our story kind of paints them as another top-tier predator just like man is.
The half-breeds are based on lore that exists from stories that were told in different countries, in different civilizations, societies. In our world, werewolf is something that came from a lore that they probably believed in thousands of years ago, when it actually was a half-breed, an evolution of mankind.
They still are I would say anatomically similar to humans, but they have, they're much taller, they're bigger, they have hides that are thicker, their musculature gets slightly augmented.
The reason why the Lycans and that particular species of half-breed is a threat, it was a question of understanding what it was about the werewolf lore that is as intelligent as you are, but is as bestial as a wolf could be.
I think, to me, the most terrifying thing is that we try to basically always have some degree of a performance in them that carries a level of intelligence. They are smart. I think, to me, that's actually the scariest thing about them. And when something can look at you, size you up, and be at your equal, if not above you, I think it becomes very, very scary.
We really tried to capture the right balance of both human lupine anatomy and that level of imperfection that makes it not feel like this kind of action-y comic book creature, and much more like this is a creature that could have existed that we just haven't seen yet.
The anatomy has to be right. If it doesn't look like it's built for the purpose that it needs to serve, it's gonna look kind of artificial. You don't want something to look like a man in a suit. You don't want something to just have weird kind of bones jutting out of it just because that looks cool or scary.
Also trying to retain a sense of the person. We didn't want this magical transformation from specific guy to generic scary creature. We wanted a sense of who that person was still kind of transferred into the Lycan anatomy.
We knew that one of the pillars of the game was that we not just have Lycans, but we have the ability to transform a human into a Lycan or vice versa. We wanted no cheats. We wanted continuous, no-cut shots of this happening. And so what that means is actually transforming the anatomy.
The blood from the heart through the veins and arteries. You kind of see this chest expansion as if maybe the lungs, the rib cage, and then all the rest of it as it's being carried through the blood kind of moves outwards to the extremities.
The hips, the pelvis,
The big toes of the humans actually morphs and migrates back to the dew claw.
everything is very, very different from how the thing is structured.
Finding 3D topology that allowed us to achieve that was quite a process.
And then the hair growth was another challenge. As they're transforming, a mostly bald human is now transforming into a very hairy dog, cat-like creature.
On top of that, the skeletons of both characters are actually animating and transforming along with the splend shape. On top of that, the materials are animating and blending between the human state, sort of an in-between transformation state, and the lichen state without any tricks or gimmicks.
I think that's something that people are going to be really kind of excited about. You know, there's that moment where you're like, oh man, turning into a lichen, that's awesome. And so we wanted to make sure we play that up. But once you feel like that thing makes sense and that it could really stand in front of you, I think there's this whole other layer of kind of emotion that sets in where you're like, wow, that's not just this thing that I take for granted as being a monster or something just, ooh, scary. It's like, that maybe could be something that, you know, we just haven't found in the world. They're in hiding, we don't know where they are.
It's always a struggle because everybody was like, should we push it a little more? It's like, no, you know, guys, let's make it believable. Let's keep it in the realm of what people are gonna say. You know what? I don't believe in them, but if I did, that's what I would have believed.
PlayStation.
The blood that binds us is our covenant, a reminder of our legacy, of a time when darkness threatened the very existence of mankind. We forged our blades, gathered our ranks, and began our vigil in our relentless pursuit of evil in all forms. And for centuries, we have struggled against an unyielding and determined foe. But now, the age of old has given way to a new era, an age of industry. Progress has led to unrest, sedition, and rebellion. Enemies old and new now wage war against us on every front. The world changes, but our duty remains the same. We shall stand. We shall prevail. And order shall be restored.
Such indiscriminate slaughter. I've never seen its like before.
I'd say we should be prepared for anything.
PlayStation.
It is a new world for us. For all of us. An age of scientific marvels. And yet, underneath the brass and steel, the old struggle endures. The wall dividing life from death. It is so thin. Its protectors so few. But for so few, such terrible strength do we possess.
Easy, boys. It's all right, Mum.
We have made contact.